Hello everybody, welcome to Critical Role Campaign 3 Recap. Today's episode 2, Trials by Firelight. In today's episode, we start with a battle with an old man. Just, based on last episode, they're really excited to fight an old person.
Fighting old men.
I'm so hoping we got to fight an old guy. This is great.
And in this episode, they go through the fight. A few funny things happen, such as Bertrand, instead of joining in the fight, decides to go over and get a drink, stand by the fire. After Fern lights Lord Esteros, the guy the old man they're fighting, on fire, Bertrand decides to try and throw some alcohol on him.
Bertrand, you are up.
Oh, yes, that's excellent teamwork, I see. Well done. And I'll start walking back towards Imogen.
By himself in the fireplace.
Just sipping a beer.
I see you. Well done. I'll unsheathe my gambler's blade, and I'll take my sniffer of scotch, and I'll throw it at the burning Esteros.
Go ahead and roll. Just roll a d20 and add your strength bonus.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not actually terrible. Natural 1. It's all about group effort.
So, there's a dull thud on the back of your head, Fern, and then a strange wetness begins to creep down the back of your shoulders. It's an odd sensation. You hear the shattering of glass at the same time, and glance over your shoulder to see Bertrand Bell standing there at the end of a large arc throw.
You got this.
Did you just throw your glass at the back of my head?
Who?
Who?
Eyes on the prize.
Okay.
They do beat the battle, and after the combat, Lord Esteros tells them, I think you're good. I think you'd be able to work with me, but you still need to decide if you fully want to do this or not. So they go off and they have some breakfast beer and discuss the prospects of the job. After this, after breakfast, Bertrand is welcomed into paying for everything. And they return to take the job. Lord Esteros had some of his goods stolen, and so he is tasking them with going and figuring out what happened. If they can just figure out what happened, it's 50 gold. If they can figure out and stop it, it is 150 gold. And if they can figure out and just cut off those people completely, it's 350 gold, which for a pretty low-level party, that's a decent chunk of change. And during this time, Fern, just the one-woman chaos crew that she is, decides to try and steal something. She marvelously fails.
I'm just gonna try to take it.
Roll sleight of hand.
Okay. Oh. 4.
As you're all getting ready to leave, you hear as 2 books and what looks to be a heavy bowl hit the ground. The bowl is now.
I stop it with my hoof.
It's not on fire.
I am so sorry. I'm so big that I tripped.
Make a deception check.
Triceps got in the way.
Oh boy.
I love that the beard is layering over top of her mustache.
No, it's
Just lying around. Oh God, it's just like I'm sweaty, so nothing is sticking. Okay, 5. So hot in this thing.
And then they make their way to the fabric distributor, which is where some of these goods have been stolen from. And after some of the group decides to go in, specifically Imogen, Fresh Cut Grass, and Orem, they decide to go in, and then the other 4 decide to stay out. Dorian and Laudna decide to go and check out the top of the thing. They find a box with some money in it, and then Fern and Bertrand, a very interesting pairing in my opinion, decide to stay outside and just have a nice chat. But after they go their separate ways and do all this, they decide it is time for the game to go on break.